Rings is the latest installment in the horror franchise inspired by the most successful Japanese horror movies of all time. This new installment was directed by F. Javier Gutierrez, and it's about a girl whose boyfriend goes off to college and kind of goes missing. She does some investigating and finds out that he belongs to a sort of an underground group called the Sevens, who kind of have a bit of a daredevil thing going where they watch the cursed videotape, see how long they can last, show it to somebody else, and move on. This girl naturally thinks her boyfriend's an idiot, becomes involved in the whole thing, and then kind of discovers that Samara, the creepy dead girl from the first films, wants to be reborn through her. So the reviews for this movie were pretty bad, and the movie was actually meant to be released in, I think it was November 2015, and kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And there's a reason why. This movie, well, it kind of sucks. For starters, we're given a whole bunch of characters that we just don't care about and don't particularly like. They do dumb things and they say dumb stuff, and a lot of the dialogue was just, it was really lazily written. The lead actress kind of looked like, if you can imagine if Jessica Alba and Emilia Clarke got it on and had a love child, this is what this girl would probably look like. So she...
Oh my god. Can you imagine a movie where Jessica Alba and Emilia Clarke actually did make out with each other? Oh wow. It would be way more enjoyable than the pile of crap I'm reviewing right now.
Anyway, this whole plot about her going off to find her boyfriend and everything, like, it just... it wasn't that great. Now, at its core, this movie did actually have a good concept in as much as Samara wanting to be reborn. We, got an update in technology. Instead of a cursed videotape now, we've gone to a computer file. But the problem was this movie was just badly executed. Like I said, it was a bad script. We didn't like the characters, and there were also, not only that, they changed the backstory of Samara and her mother a lot. The whole ring mythology was changed and became really confusing and convoluted. In terms of the visuals of the movie,
Oh man, now I can't stop thinking about Jessica Alba and Emilia Clarke doing unspeakable things to one another. My god, I would give almost anything to see that happen. But I should get back to the review.
In terms of the visuals, yeah, they did a little bit try to copy the style of the first one, which, was one of the highlights of that film, realistically. But they never quite got there, so it didn't look too bad, but you just kind of had this feeling that you've seen it all before. And that was largely another problem with this film, was that it didn't really do that much to deliver anything new to the mythology. To the movie's credit, there were some scenes that were a little bit creepy, and at times I did kind of feel as though Samara was like a threatening presence on screen. But overall, I wanted that feeling that when you come home and you're walking into the dark house and before you turn the lights on, you just get that shiver up your spine, or, when you're walking down on a dark hallway, you're just looking over your shoulder. There was none of that at all. I just kind of walked out of the theater realistically thinking, thank God that was over. And another plus that the movie had was Vincent D'Onofrio. Now, he had a fairly minor role in the film, but oh man, I just love that guy in anything that he is in. Seriously, he is one of my most favorite actors working in Hollywood today, and I really did enjoy the parts that he was in, but unfortunately they were a bit too brief. So overall, is this a movie worth seeing? Look, yeah.
I'll tell you one movie that would be worth seeing. Any movie where Jessica Alba and Emilia Clarke have a steamy love scene together. Wow. I'd probably even just settle for a lingerie pillow fight.
If you're a fan of the first two, look, it doesn't even really cover the second one. It's almost like the second movie didn't exist. I mean, in a lot of ways, it's almost like the first movie didn't exist. But if you're a really diehard fan of those, it's probably worth checking out. I can't say you'll like it, but yeah, maybe worth checking out. But there was definitely a reason why this movie has been pushed back for a year and a half or whatever. It just didn't really entertain, it didn't scare, there was just no point in this movie existing really, and I'm gonna give Rings a 2 out of 10. So how about you guys? Have you seen Rings? What did you think of it? Did you like it in terms of where it fits in with the mythology of the first two? Or did you think it was one of the worst horror movies you've seen in a long time? Either way, let me know what you thought of it. Drop me some comments either here or on Facebook. All my social media links are in the description below because I like
Jessica Alba, Emilia Clarke. That's what I like.
I like to talk about movies, and I would love to talk about movies with you. I'll catch you next time.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.